Let me come to some concluding remarks. And by doing so, I would like to thank also Patrick Rouban, who assisted me very much in putting together these talking points. Patrick Rouban, who is a senior research fellow at GRF Davos and former director for DRR at UNESCO. Thank you, Patrick. Let me again, and at this closing instance, thank you all for having joined this 5th edition of the International Disaster Risk Conference. Your active and dynamic participation has made of this conference a successful event, and I'm grateful to each and every one of you. I'm really happy and I feel deeply gratified that this global gathering has come to confirm the tradition of IDRC, a tradition that makes of IDRC a global event, a global platform, and a forum which brings together different actors and stakeholders to take stock of the progress made in integrative risk management and to suggest ways forward to improve risk management. Prior to the conference, we all have set up a primary objective for it, attempt to contribute to and to somewhat focus our deliberations on the discussions underway regarding the post-2015 framework for disaster risk reduction, and to some extent the link to sustainable development goals, which will succeed to the Millennium Development Goals, as well as to the challenges related to climate change and the post-Kyoto Protocol. I'm happy to know that thanks to our concentrated contributions, this objective has been attained. The output of this conference will definitely inform and feed into the process underway, preparing for the year 2015, and in particular throughout the next 7 months, leading to the Sendai World Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction. May I, at this juncture, greet our colleagues from Japan, who made themselves available to attend this conference despite their busy engagement in the ongoing conference preparatory process. I wish to express the interest and commitment of Global Risk Forum GRF Davos in collaboration with our Japanese colleagues and Japanese institutions concerned in the preparations for Sendai, and furthermore, and more importantly, in the implementation of the post-Sendai outcome. I feel proud that hereafter the Global Risk Forum GRF Davos will, based on the results of this conference, find itself in an enhanced active mode concerning the Sendai process, but also and in particular in the follow-up of the Sendai conference. Thank you for having contributed to enhancing the IDRC's reputation and to strengthening of the capacity of GRF Davos in moving forward after this conference and in conveying messages to the Sendai process. We have witnessed this outstanding presentation and rich discussions. We observed that the global risk landscape is becoming more and more complex, and the dynamics of resilience building are evolving fast. We have underscored the increasing exposure and vulnerability to hazards and risks, but we have also recognized progress made in integrated approaches to protect our societies against these hazards and risks. The focus of our conference was the role of science, technology and practice in integrative risk management. I feel that we have succeeded in observing this focus. We underscored the crucial role of science and technology. We cautioned against gaps in knowledge and underlined the need to fill such gaps. We urged for further progress in research, in science and technology, but also in implementation and in particular. We identified needs, we underscored the crucial need to learn how to properly apply that knowledge, how to put it into practice, notably by providing decision makers and policy makers with timely and proper information and advice which they need and which the scientific and technical community is called upon to provide. We discussed links and intersections between disaster risk reduction, resiliency, sustainability and also humanitarian spheres. I felt in our deliberations we recognized and had in mind the pre-zero draft of the post-2015 framework for DRR, which was released less than 3 weeks ago. Rich and pertinent comments were made on this draft. Margareta Wallström, Special Representative of the United Nations Secretary General for Disaster Risk Reduction, had honored us at the opening last Sunday by sharing with us her vision regarding the process that led to this pre-zero draft, by highlighting the essential elements of this draft and by describing the process which will be followed in the upcoming 7 months, leading to the adoption in Sendai of the post-2015 framework for DRR. I know that many of you will be active in this process. May I count on you to build in your contributions to and participation in the Sendai process, on the lessons and messages that emerge from this week. Please do consider that each and every one of you definitely have an ownership of the outcome of this conference. The conference has enjoyed very encouraging opening greetings and addressing. Outstanding keynote presentations were made encompassing the perception of risk, thinking the impossible, bridging policies to practice, challenges pertaining to imbalances in identifying risks, preparedness in the business and labor sectors. Ambassador Michael Gerber has called for the need to anchor disaster risk reduction into the Sustainable Development Goals, dwelling on the Swiss experience. Other keynote presentations have highlighted national experiences and the benefits of sharing such experiences. With Her Excellency Nivedita Haran, General Secretary, Home Department of the Government of Kerala, who shared with us her experience in managing crisis, but also daily accidents and disasters, and in putting into practice policies of DRR. The Japanese experience in incorporating science and technology in DRR was convened by Satoru Nishikawa. His Excellency Amadou Ba overviewed yesterday the sovereign risk financing challenges in Africa, and Halil Afsaratan shared with us his view on similar challenges in Turkey. All in all, our deliberations have strongly underlined the role of science and technology, hence echoing the emphasis put on this matter by Margareta Wallström, and also in the zero pre-draft of the framework of DRR. I have also retained that the importance of the role of the private sector has been highlighted. Public-private partnerships are more and more important than ever and will hopefully be further highlighted in Sendai. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues and fellows, I close this conference with a deep feeling and honor that the IDRC community is a global community which is committed to continue acting in a dynamic way in spheres complementary to and in synergy with the governmental and intergovernmental spheres towards disaster resiliency. I feel proud of such a conclusion and I thank you all. Before expressing my final thanks to the specific participants, it is my sincere wish to express my particular appreciation to our award winners. And I would like to start with the award winners for the poster award. You all had the occasion to go through the posters and to mark the most impressive posters and getting of a ranking. It is my pleasure to announce that the winner number 3 is Mr. Kaktas Kokan of the Ankara Governmentship, the Directorate of Disaster and Emergency Management, Turkey. Thank you very much, Mr. Kokan. Felicitation, and I wish you full success for the future. Thank you so much. Thank you. Winner number 2 is Andi Zadulung of the Ministry of Social Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, with the title Tagana Builds Community Awareness for Disaster Risk Reduction. Thank you very much. Thank you. And congratulations and all the best for the future. Thank you. I'm not very much used in announcing winners, but as I hear in the TVs, the winner is Esther Bergström of the Wageningen University in Netherlands. The title of her poster is Cyclone Resilient Landscape, a landscape approach conducted in the case of Watu Mantri in Madagascar. Please. Unfortunately, she will miss her prize. So we go over to the winner of our short film audience, the winner of our lunch cinema is Annette Minkes of the Harvard Business School, Boston, Massachusetts, with the film The Kursk Submarine Rescue Mission. very much, and congratulations, Annette. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we also have a winner for our photo contest, which has already been honored in our conference program. The winner is Ms. Hatice Avci in Turkey, in Istanbul, Turkey. Ms. Avci. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations. Thank you, thank you very much. Thank you. I would like to conclude with a number of thanks which really comes from my heart. The thanks go to the IDRC Davos 1214 patronage organizations and the patrons in these organizations, our patronage organizations who have been UNESCO, UNITAR, UNEP and ILO. A sincere thank goes to our sponsors, in particular to our Latin sponsors, to Swiss Re, and also to the ETH board, the Swiss Federal Institutes of Technologies. It goes to our silver sponsors, ESRI, and the Swiss Federal Office for Civil Protection. It goes to our bronze sponsors, RMS, thank you very much, Harish, RMS, Ion Energy, DRI International, thank you, Chloe, and the Swiss National Science Foundation. And to our official carrier, Swiss International Airlines. Our thank goes to the co-hosting and endorsing institutions. It goes to the high-level panelists and speakers, and that shows me, or provides me again with the opportunity to refer to the gifts we have presented, and you can see that we were able throughout the week to provide 35 houses retrofitted in Bangladesh, and I wanted to thank you all very much for this opportunity. Our thanks goes to the authors of all the papers and posters, to the special session and workshop organizers, to the strategic advisory group, to the scientific and technical committee and the reviewers, and lastly to the chairpersons for their leadership and guidance, to the exhibitors who brought many different colors into our corridors, to the Davos Congress administration and the technical team, and to the catering. I hope you enjoyed the lunch. And last but not least, of course, to my team, which should be ready to share the podium with me. And, I will really thank them all very warmly for an excellent job they did, and I was very pleased to see them very hardworking, not only from Sunday onwards, but of course also in the preparatory phase, which was sometimes even more hectic than in these days here. So a very warm applause to all. Thank you very much. Without the team, the volunteers and the sponsors, of course, it would not be possible to run this conference. I just would like to draw your attention to some additional comments. First of all, we will have this post-conference expert workshop, which will start tomorrow morning at 8:30 in another research institute in the World Radiation Center here in Davos, which is at the very entrance of Davos Dorf. You'll find maps indicating where the location is at the entrance at the registration desk, and the same is true for this evening's dinner, which starts with an apéro at 7:30 at the Hotel Samstar, which is in Davos Platz, so just the opposite direction. And I would like to remind you of the possibility to join an excursion for tomorrow morning, an excursion on alpine ecology and ecological services with respect to protection functions, for example, of the protection forest for Davos, but you will also see para-avalanche construction sites, so technical measures. The excursion will start at 8:45 at the entrance of the Parthenon cable car. And please don't forget your guest cards, because without these guest cards you will not be able to enter to the cable car, or otherwise you have to pay, which is quite expensive. So please take these guest cards with you. I will conclude with our motto, which is only together we will make things happen. Ladies and gentlemen, the conference is closed. Thank you once again very warmly for your participation, and looking forward to see you at the apéro and the dinner. Thank you very much.